Hi everyone, welcome to yet another music tutorial with yours truly, Billy James Turok. And I butchered my last name. Anyways, welcome to Synthwave. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Last one is Liquid DMB. There's a link to that video right here. Oh, that's a structure that is. Oh, there's the original Liquid DMB video. Check that out if you want to learn a little bit about that. Anyways, let's get into the synth. Okay, what is synthwave? Well, it's a wave made of synths. No, not really. It's probably the very first full electronic genre of music. It's very popular in the 80s when it kind of started doing artists like Flocka Seagulls, used a lot of keyboards and all the synthesizers. Then you had early Depeche Mode. There's a whole bunch. New Order, Animotion, and Rhythmics even kind of. Maybe there's even more. And then you have a modern side of it that you have like artists have like let's see, Time Cop 1983, FM 84. There's another artist that a lot of people don't know about called Jam Mix to Hell. That might be me and some help. Okay, well, now a little bit about what it is, what's in it. Well, like most electronic music, you got drums, synth bass, synth strings or chords or pads, plucks, leads, everything. I mean, even down to weird sound effects. Like pew pew. Drums. What the heck? This video. I'm using Beatmaker by Splice. If you get the second tier Splice, you get Beatmaker and Astra and a whole bunch of other stuff plus 200 credits a month. Now, I just had to use Beatmaker. I'm going to do a different video. It's about Beatmaker soon. Because to get multi-outs, it's actually was a pain in the butt for me, but I'll make a video about to make it easy. Maybe I'll make a YouTube short. I haven't done that before. Maybe I'll try it. We'll see. Alright, so I used a kit on Beatmaker called Freeway. Yeah, that's not my bass line. This drum sounds a lot like the 80s drums, obviously. And it by accident was made using one of these drum machines I used back then. There's some big names. You had the Lin drum, the Lin LM1, the Lin 9000, the EMU, the EMU, Gemulator, the Roland 808, and the 909. I don't realize that 909 was around the 80s, but it was 1984. So 909 is pretty much the sound of the 90s. And the 808s usually lead more towards electro and hip hop, but they were used in synthwave too. Just use whatever you get your hands on. And as I said, there's synth bass, pad, synth everything. Core, Moog, Roland, a whole bunch of Profit, a whole bunch of Yamaha, Casio. They're only making stuff that fit well with that genre. Back then, everything sounded electronic, even things that weren't electronic. So your drumstick may sound electronic. Not the one you eat, the one you play drums with. And another instrument that a lot of people consider an effect, but it was used so heavily in the 80s that and on Synthwave, even the new breed, it should be an instrument, and that is reverb. A lot of people don't see it as an instrument, but I try to be a little unconventional. I don't try just the way I'm wired. Just think outside the box. So, anyways, let's get on to this. So, the drum beat, what the hell's it at? Just like this. What do you mean? I did a 4 to the floor with this snare then. Hi-hat. I didn't vary it because variation is a little tough on beat maker. You have to pull it way down. So when we go to the arrangement, I'll just throw together an automation clip to vary that a little bit, give it some flavor. So let's have a listen to just the drums. Okay, get that 80s vibe. Now, for the tempo, I say anywhere from 80 to 200 is possible. Just generally, if you're brave enough. It's a huge range. I feel pretty slow synthwave, super fast synthwave. Basically, imagination and bravery is the limit. Another characteristic I consider is a driving bass line. Now, what I mean by a driving bass line is it just continues. Like, like, keeps in mind it does change pitch and all that, but there's kind of a similar rhythm the whole way. So essentially driving you, if you want to soccer practice, whatever you little kids. But the other important thing with listening to all music is vary the velocities. Now again, I didn't do that with the drums because yeah, it don't work the best on beatmaker, but we'll talk about that in a different video. The important part here is just putting it together. Like I said, with this is lots of pads, plucks. Could be simple, kind of sparse. Could be like really heavy and lush. Now, depending on what plugin you use, getting too heavy, it's a little crazy. And I mean, they weren't using a crap load instruments then, so why would you do it? Because you can. And let's have a listen with the bass, the drums and the bass. It's really cool. As I said, this is how I did the bass. Simple 16th notes. Bar, neck up. Sometimes I do it in 2-bar patterns. Each before I change pitch. Okay, this sits in the A minor chord. This sits in the C major, F minor, G major. Okay, so for the bass line, here I used Quadra. Be sure to check out Cherry Audio. The plugins are very affordable and a lot of bang for your buck. Now, if you notice, there's a bit of an 80s kind of style and because they try to emulate the classic synths. I can't remember off the top of my head what synth this is supposed to emulate, but it's pretty good. And I actually use that for all three of the instruments. Which brings me to the chords. Also another strength for this particular project. I did a little song. Oh yeah. Oh, they're a little bit higher up. Okay, what I did is I put on one chord, skip the 2, 3, 4, fifth, skip the sixth, okay, put the seventh, and then a ninth. I don't really know what to call that chord, but that's what I did. Some of this is with the bass, the strings, and the drums. Now, I don't know if you noticed at the top of the video, my CPU is way up to 70 something. So there's one thing about Cherry Audio plugins, they are intense in their system. But what happens when I do a third? This guy here is the plug. Oops. Don't want that. This actually follows the notes of the chords too. You have the 1, the 9, the 5th, and the 7th. It basically repeats 1, 2, 3 times, and then I switch it up. And that goes all the way through following each chord. So let's listen with all 3. That's pretty cool, right? Well, that's Synthwave. It's basic. Next time, which will be Tuesday, I guess, we will be structuring the song and maybe a little bit of a static mix. It sounds a little better right out the gate. I hope this helped. Anyone trying to learn how to make Synthwave? If you have any questions, please hit the comments. Please like my video if you liked it. Give me a subscribe. Give me a happy boy. And share this with your friends. Because I'm going to try to really get people out there making music. If you need a little bit of motivation, hop on over to either my Monday motivation videos or Monday hype videos. Trying to get people motivated, inspired to do what they can do. Reach out to me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all the goodies. Or baddies, depending on your opinion. Like I said, stay tuned for Tuesday for the structure video. Listen, stay tuned for a bunch of other stuff. Whole bunch of things coming soon. I'm going to do a review, possibly of Quadra, and a review of Beatmaker. maybe a bunch of others because I don't know, people seem to like that. Or maybe it'll get you to get a cool plugin. Anyways, it's pretty much all I'm talking about on this one. And I will prepare to make a whole track with you real soon. So much love and peace to you. And I will catch you later. See ya.